Oh my gosh, Troy, did you hear the news?
What news?
You know, the big Doctor Who news.
Oh, that Nine and Rose are doing an audio series together. Yeah, it's quite exciting, that. Are you looking forward to it?
Oh, no, not that. I meant that they cancelled a Doctor Who theme park.
Oh.
Did you hear about that?
No. Did this happen recently, or is this a story as old as Nine and Rose's last series?
This happened at the start of this year, can you believe?
I'm actually surprised I didn't hear about this. Wait, what?
Yeah, let's roll that intro.
Maybe we should, and find out more in this episode of Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast.
Roll up, and welcome back to Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast. My name is Crispy, his name is Troy, and we're the hotline that accepts your calls throughout time and space. And today we're talking about the Doctor Who theme park that never was. Troy, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. What is that on your hat right now? There seems to be something balancing on your hat.
It's just a giant ball. What's the problem?
A giant ball?
We've had this. I've somehow mentioned these in every episode. Oh, that's hit my keyboard. I've mentioned it in every episode. Last 3 episodes. It's a Sonic ball. I keep mentioning them because they're on my desk. And honestly, I just need to sort out a Sonic 3 shelf in my room and haven't done it. So I've got things lying around, including balls of Sonic characters.
Stuff? How much Sonic stuff do you have apart from Sonic's balls?
I have a Shadow Ball. I have a Super Shadow Ball.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Tails Ball. I have a Super Sonic Ball. I have a Sonic Ball.
Oh my gosh.
I have a Knuckles Ball. Are you finished yet?
Where are you? Do you have to buy these separately, or they come in like a little pack?
Yeah. I had to get them individually. But yeah, they're all just kind of sat on my desk. And there's other things over here that I need to sort, but you know.
Wow, Sega are lucky to have you.
Well, they need to sign something with me, you know. I'll do all the promotion they want. I'm doing it for free anyway.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But I feel like I'm talking about the wrong kind of Sonic, Crispy. Should we talk about the right kind of Sonic?
You mean Sonic Screwdrivers? You mean the beautiful show Doctor Who?
What about the Sonic Screamer, a theme park ride in our cancelled Doctor Who theme park?
What?
Do you know about that? Up.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
this is where he goes, actually, that was a ride in there.
Actually,
and I'm like, what?
Oh my god, I'm shocked by this. Yeah, today we're talking about... I'm surprised no one's talking about this. This was a big story. This was a big thing. Doctor Who was supposed to have a theme park this year. And it cancelled. It went away quietly. But I've done the digging, I've done the research, and I'm here today to give you the exclusive scoop on Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast.
Interesting. I'm intrigued.
Very, very interesting. And we also put it out to our beautiful callers, being like, hey, pitch us a Doctor Who theme park ride. Since there's not actually going to be one in real life, we may as well get some ideas now so that, you know, the BBC executives listening and Mike from Fish and Chips might be like, hey, let's actually put a theme park together with these beautiful ideas from the Who's There community. So we are making history today, Troy. That's very, very exciting.
I'm excited. That sounds amazing. Are any calls this time needing to be bleeped, Crispy? Because I don't want to do any more bleeping.
I don't think so.
I was scarred from that Weeping Angel joke last week, mate. It was...
Oh, wow. Yeah, people liked it.
Did they?
People figured out what it was.
Oh, they figured it out, did they? It wasn't exactly a tough one to crack, I feel like.
No. But hey, before we get into the inside scoop, would you like to hear a pitch from our listeners first?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, let me tell you the beautiful story behind the abandoned...
Crispy? Who have you got? Come on. I can see you've looked through these and you know some of the rides we've got, so come on. Give me a good one. We've got to start off strong.
All right. Well, I mean, you're not going to have a theme park without a roller coaster.
Much like this podcast recording session will be.
Hello, Troy and Crispy. Andrew here from Troy's audience. I've finally caught up on all the episodes now. And good. Anyway, theme park ride idea. It's a roller coaster, but as you go along, you see like different areas and monsters attached to those areas. So, like the Silence for Matt Smith, for example, would be one. Yeah, that's about my pitch. Probably a bad one, but, you know, love what you guys do. Keep on doing it.
Thank you,
it was
Ed,
a terrible
dude.
pitch. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh
no, that was cool.
Gosh.
I liked that. I like the idea that he might be so worn out from listening to people talking that his review of listening to 144 episodes was just good.
Yeah, it's good.
Good. I hope
Yeah,
we reviewed
good.
every single episode and got our ratings up, you know?
Yeah, please.
and
Oh my
liked on
gosh.
YouTube and commented. If you didn't, you need to go listen to all of them again. You can't just go on each one and comment. You've got to listen from start to finish again.
Oh
That's how
my
it works.
gosh, that is you're wasting days of your life with beautiful, high quality content from the Who's There
I was going to say, is it really a waste if you enjoy it?
Thank you, Ed Dude, for watching all of our stuff, and thank you for suggesting that beautiful roller coaster. I like Doctor Who: The Eras tour on the roller coaster. That'd be great. That'd be
That's
fun.
pretty good. Yeah,
I hope
like
it's
that
not
idea.
too quick so I can see everything. But
That joke
I
was
like
pretty
it.
swift. That was good.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Do you think if we're going to see all the suits of all the doctors as we go along, do you might get to see their tailor as we go through all of the different Doctor Who eras?
Wow, this is good, Troy.
Yeah.
I'm proud
Yeah.
of you.
Thank you, man. Thank
he's
you. I'm
so
proud of
funny.
myself.
If you want more world-class jokes like that, please consider subscribing to the Who's There channel. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to tell you about the theme park in Doctor Who that never was. That was supposed to happen, Troy. It was supposed to happen. But this involves all kinds of twists and turns, and some that you will not be expecting. This story is ridiculous. Troy, have you heard anything about this? Do you know anything about what I'm about to say?
Well, in our intro gag, I genuinely was being serious because I thought you'd found this cool story of a theme park that was cancelled from 10 years ago. Because I could have swore we heard something about it a while ago,
Wow.
something that had been cancelled, but
Yes.
I didn't realise it was so recent. Now, I'm wondering if, my soup brain memories kicked in and we've talked about the theme park in the past on the podcast.
I think
it was-
I might have mentioned it.
Yeah, because I know you said in a message to me you weren't sure if you brought this up before, and I was like, I don't think you have. But now I understand why you asked that, because it's this recent news that I've clearly forgotten. So, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe we talked about it happening or discussions about it at the time, maybe in 2023, I guess, or 2024. But yeah, no, I don't know. Talk to me like an idiot. Most people do. No. So
Okay.
it's tell me I know nothing, because I probably don't know anything. I'm intrigued.
Well, Troy, let me take you back. Imagine as you were, you're stepping into the TARDIS, you set coordinates for the 8th of October, 2012. What do you think you're doing then, Troy? What's happening in
Waving a
2012
TARDIS
for
on the
you?
camera. I'm waving a TARDIS on the camera
nice.
is what I'm doing. Oh, you mean what I'm doing back in time? Give me the year again?
Yes, the 8th of October, 2012.
2012. Not watching the Olympics because it had already ended and I wasn't watching
Yeah.
it anyway.
Yeah, true. Nice. Okay.
Thanks.
So, here we go. You ready for this?
No. A nice Taylor Swift reference.
Ha ha ha.
Sorry.
All right, here we go. So, on the 8th of October 2012, a Paramount branded theme park was supposed to be built in Kent, dubbed the UK Disneyland, and it would have been 3 times bigger than any theme park in the UK. Troy, have you been to Kent? Do you know, is there anything
have not
exciting
been to
happening
Kent,
in
no.
Kent? Oh, okay, no, you don't. Okay.
Closest theme park I've been to in that neck of the woods is Legoland Windsor. That was pretty cool.
Sick. Dope.
Drove my
I
mum
love
down there a
Legoland.
few times. Made her drive me down because I was a kid, but it was worth it. It was fun. I miss it.
Nice. Troy, how much do you think this was going to cost, the UK Disneyland?
An absurd amount of money. I'm going to say, let's just
Throw-
go flat. Wait, what?
Throw a figure out there. Just go.
Yeah. 10 million.
10 million pounds?
Or dollars.
This is in pounds. Go up.
All right. Oh, wow. Okay. 10 million pounds. So 50 million pounds?
Up.
30 million.
Keep going.
50?
Keep going, Troy.
100. Come on.
Keep going. All the way up,
No.
baby.
This
All
is
the
not
way
got a
up.
higher budget than a Marvel movie. 200 million
going.
pounds.
Keep going.
No, it's not. No.
Troy, keep going.
How many million? Come on. You're going to blow my mind.
It was going to cost 3.2 billion pounds.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
Who on earth is spending 3.2 billion pounds on
Well,
a UK theme park?
Well, that's part of the drama. Let me tell you.
Yeah, no wonder. No wonder.
So yeah, it was basically $2 billion US, 3.2 billion pounds. Oh no, sorry, 2 billion pounds, 3.2 billion dollars. I think, unless I got that the wrong way around. Anyway,
The
it was
conversion
in the
rate
billies.
seems a bit off, but apart
It
from
was
that,
in the billies. It was in the billies.
yeah, even 2 billion pounds is hefty, to be fair.
So back in 2012, they aimed to open the park in 2018, which gives them a 6-year development cycle. You know, things have happened like that. The Universal parks, the Disney parks, they can get built within a few years. It takes a long time to plan, takes a long time to prep. But if they properly get the ball rolling, that's not a bad deadline for them. Okay. And this deal So it's a Paramount Resort. The London Resort was I think it was going to be called London Paramount Resort, and it would have had highly valuable movie properties, rides and attractions likely to be themed around IPs like Star Trek, Mission Impossible, and Transformers. How much fun is that? That'd be
If they
fun.
wait a couple more years, you know who just has the film rights for Sonic?
Is it Paramount?
Yeah, it's Paramount, baby.
Oh well, look, that probably was a discussion that was happening, but not back in 2012.
No, I expect not.
Okay, Troy, let's move ahead to 2014. And this is where the BBC comes into it. Ooh, very exciting. So, the BBC Worldwide signed a deal with London Resort to allow a number of its popular programs and characters to be brought to life, in quotation marks. It is thought that the BBC's most popular programs will feature in the theme park, including Top Gear, Sherlock, and, of course, Doctor Who. You got to keep in mind this is 2014. I don't know if Jeremy Clarkson has punched anyone yet.
I think he was still the host. I'm just gonna look this up.
If not, there might be like a Jeremy Clarkson punching simulator or something.
Well, I mean, just searching Top Gear presenters save that. Also, damn, that was one hell of a wow. Good grief.
One hell of a swing and a miss.
Good grief. Yeah, the Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond were presenters of Top Gear from 2002 to 2015, so it was still led by the original three at that point.
There we go. So anyway, Stephen Davies, a director of live events at BBC Worldwide, said, "We're always looking for opportunities to extend fans' enjoyment of their favourite programs, and the idea behind the resort is a really exciting way of celebrating a very special place the BBC has in British culture. It all sounds very, very good." David, who's the director of the London Resort... David Tennant, who was the director of the London Resort, said, "We are delighted." Oh my gosh, it's Russell T Davies. We are delighted.
It's all coming together. You already mentioned Mike from Fish and Chips. Was Paul involved with this?
Yes, I'll make him say the next quote. "We are delighted to bring the world's leading public service broadcaster on board this project." Mike from Fish and Chips says, "The BBC has played an instrumental role in shaping the British entertainment industry for nearly a century, creating some of the most iconic and cherished characters on TV and radio. It seems only right, therefore, that its programs will be present at the new London Paramount Entertainment Resort, which will combine the glamour of Hollywood and the best of British culture." Troy, are you excited? Does this excite you? The
Sadly
concept?
not, because I know how it ends, man. It's like the hit new film Captain America: Brave New World.
Where you know how it ends?
Well, yeah. I mean, the trailer kind of gave it away, fella.
What? Red Hulk.
Red Hulk. Yeah. You planning on watching it? Just wondering.
Yeah, for a laugh.
It's pretty good. Don't let the internet tell you
it.
it's terrible. The internet are just being fussy. You know, I feel like unless a film's a 10 out of 10, people don't care anymore. But the common criticism I do agree with is Red Hulk was probably a bit too spoiled in the trailers. But then again, I don't know how else they'd have marketed it. Point being, I know how this is ending, so I'm kind of sad. But in theory, this all sounds quite exciting. Good, sir.
Troy, to be a pain...
No.
Actually, you never... I'm going to switch tabs here on the screen so you can see some of the concept art for the park.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right. I mean, the viewers won't get to see it unless you give me an image to put on the screen, but I can see it, yeah.
You can see this?
I can see it.
Okay, beautiful.
Was that concept art, or is that what are we looking at here?
This is all concept art because the thing never came to be.
£2.5 billion theme park. Good grief.
Yeah. Oh, it was going to be a moment.
And one news site online, who I'm not giving the credit of the name, said it should have been done in London by 2021. Apparently.
Well, let's get into that right now. So.
Oh, he's cooking.
Let's go to 2017, and nothing has happened yet. It's announced in 2012. 2017 comes around. The expected date for this was 2018,
and also the year of my embarrassing Valentine's story from last episode. That was 2017. It all comes together. If you haven't found it out, watch last week's episode. Please don't.
It was a big year, most definitely.
For sadness.
So, in 2017, without any sign of work beginning, Paramount pulled out of the deal. Wasn't
the whole thing their idea? How can you pull out of an idea that you created?
They were like, "No, we're not involved in this anymore. If you guys want to create a theme park, go ahead." Despite the move plunging plans into chaos, developers carried on and they then moved the opening date from 2021 and then 2023. It was just renamed to the London Resort, and it was going to have that was it. That was the one bit of news in 2017 they had. They were like, Paramount's pulled out.
But so was it just going to be like BBC theme park or something?
It was just going to, well, they were like, hopefully the BBC stay on. And then they announced some of the most creative lands I've ever heard of in any theme park ever. You ready for this? So I wonder if I can find the image for you that I'm seeing. Here we go. Can you see... okay, let me have a look. Can you see this?
What are those?
Can you see this?
I see it.
Okay, so basically it is... They had the jungle, the Isles, the Kingdom, the Woods, the Studio, High Street, and Starport. Those were the lands. And this was going to be like, Disneyland scale.
This sounds like me making up names for like a fictional land in a fan fiction I'm raising at 12 years old.
Yeah. It's all pretty exciting stuff, really.
Is it?
But it seems that they're like, okay, damn it, Paramount's pulled out. We can't name anything,
Star Trek is quite clearly what became Starport. That is hilarious.
Yeah, it is funny.
High Street is just really funny. Do people expect there's just going to be loads of shops on it or something? Like, how's that going to work?
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. And then 2020 comes around, and do you remember what happened in 2020?
No, I actually don't.
Doctor Who Series 12 came out.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that was the big thing of the year. Sorry. Yeah.
And then shortly after that...
What? Series 12 ended?
Series 12 ended?
Yeah, I forgot that happened too as well. Yeah, well said.
And then, shortly after that, there was a certain spicy cough that was going around.
That came up to bat.
Yeah. Well done. Troy, you're on absolute fire today, brother.
I'm quick with it.
So that inevitably caused delays, even though there weren't already a numerous amount of delays and big partners pulling funding. Not very good times for the London Resort.
The budget went from £2.5 billion to like 100k.
Yeah. Let's move to 2021. In April 2021, a dinosaur-themed base camp land was announced. Oh my gosh.
How thrilling.
I'm sure they saw the success of the Jurassic World movies and like, we need to do something with dinosaurs, but we can't label it anything Jurassic World, so it's just I don't know where on the map they were going to put it, probably in the kingdom, or I don't know if there's a jungle thing, I can't remember.
Dinosaur World.
Dinosaur World. Anyway,
maybe where you put your cars in the Jurassic Parking.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how close you can get legally on wordplay. I'm not entirely sure how it works.
But Troy, it was going to have a triple launch roller coaster exceeding 70 miles per hour and 1 kilometer of track based on the I can't read whatever that dinosaur is. The Coitylicus. I can't read any of that.
The what?
Anyway. I'm going to send you this word. I think it's a dinosaur.
Okay,
and
come on.
Here we go.
Let's
this is
test
fun,
my
everyone.
pronunciation skills. I'm scared.
This is one hell of a word.
Okay, the Quetzalcoatlus? Quetzalcoatlus, I think.
Anyway, it's like a pterodactyl.
Okay.
I've just looked that up.
The dinosaur with wings.
Yep, so it was going to be a fast old roller coaster. They were going to have another family-oriented roller coaster. They were going to have an indoor 1,500-seat show arena. It was going to have a motion-based 4D dark ride themed to the water-based dragons. It was going to have an interactive dark ride where guests track and tag dinosaurs using sophisticated gaming technology. I love sophisticated gaming technology.
Me too, mate. Me too.
And it was going to have play areas, excavation sites, and zip lines. Wow. They are putting a lot of money on the cards for this dinosaur-themed land. People love dinosaurs. And you know what? I would go and check this out. But then, this is... Oh, Troy, this is where a cruel twist in the tale comes through.
Oh, no.
So the land they wanted to build on in Kent, at the end of 2021... A scheme was finally submitted plans to the government because there was a rare species of spider that was discovered on this land. A distinguished jumping spider is all I have. A tiny arachnid measuring only 1 centimeter. It was found nowhere else in the UK apart from this land that they had purchased in Kent.
Was this 2021? Let's have a look.
Yeah. It was a site of ecological interest,
The
environmental
distinguished
interest.
jumping spider is I think the name of it.
Oh, the distinguished jumping spider is the name of this spider?
Apparently.
That's so funny.
It was discovered
Well,
on the
how much
Swanscombe
fun.
Peninsula in Kent in 2021. Discovery helped
Yeah.
stop plans for a theme park on the peninsula, as you say.
Yeah, there it is.
The peninsula is now a site of a site of special scientific interest, as the distinguished jumping spider is a critically endangered species.
Yeah. So there you go. How cruel
Wow.
is that?
Wow. You're spinning quite the web here.
Exactly. Oh boy, but things get worse for this theme park. As of 2022, the BBC and ITV were also going to have some fun with this, but they both confirmed that they are no longer involved in the London resort. And because it was considered a site of special scientific interest. The Daily Mail reports that the BBC and ITV have pulled out plans following a campaign called Save Swanscombe Peninsula. Swanscombe, do you know how to say it? Swanscombe Peninsula?
It's either Swanscombe or Swanscombe, but I think Swanscombe,
Anyway, the London resort was due to feature attractions and rides inspired by BBC shows, including Doctor Who, Top Gear, as well as ITV's Thunderbirds. However, none of them will... The BBC and ITV did not feature in any of the recent announcement or new visuals for the project. There have been no official announcements about the BBC and ITV's involvement since 2019, and there is no mention of either of them on London Resort's website. So it looks like they just kind of went away quietly behind the scenes, being like, "No, we actually don't want to be a part of this."
So Thunderbirds aren't go.
Well done, Troy. Gosh,
Thank
you
you.
are so good today.
I have to say, if ITV came on board and they wanted a dinosaur theme park, I mean, I'm going to appeal to a very specific age group people, aka my age group here mostly. But
Yeah.
a primeval theme for a theme park in London.
I know about Primeval, bro. It used to play
Primeval
here
was
all
like
the time.
ITV's Doctor Who for a couple of years.
That's how they marketed it too.
It was peak. It was peak. They do that theme park on that. That could have gone hard, especially appeal to the lonely saps like us who would have gone, oh yeah, I'll do that. Or sad sap, maybe not lonely, you know. We're all stronger together as Primeval fans. Rise up.
Well, it looks very unlikely because then in 2013, a BBC spokesperson says BBC Studios has no commercial agreement in place with London Resort and no current plans to enter into any agreement. All right, Troy, let's
Can I check
bring
the
us
year
up.
with you there? Because you said 2013.
Oh, 2023. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, so what happened this year then with regards to the park?
Well, here we go. 2025.
Oh.
This is when everything...
Present day.
Here we go. So the guy that was funding this project, his name was Dr. Abdullah Al-Humadi, and he is a businessman who bankrolled this project and previously told Kent Online that the saga of the park destroyed his life and bankrupted him. He said
dear.
he was unable to return to his homeland for fear of being in prison after facing legal action from investors who accused him of cooking up a fictitious project. So it sounds like he just had no idea what he was doing and got a lot of people involved and actually had no way of doing this. The Dr. Abdullah Al-Humadi, who resigned from the company's board in 2022, pointed the finger of blame squarely at the UK's broken planning system. Peninsula Management Group, which represents a number of firms on the estate, is now battling to have the site returned to the control of local planners. Chairman Doug Hilton said it was a relief that the park had not been built. It just goes to show you that the fact of the planning system has worked and how much chronic damage a naive young man with a lot of money can do, he said. So yeah, it was basically, they found a spider and they were like, this guy has no plan in place as to how any of this is going to happen, and he wasted all his money on planning and getting involved with the BBC ITV. It just sounds like an absolute mess from the get-go. So that's why it was announced in 2012 and nothing happened for the next 13 years.
I just find it incredibly funny that, like, based on your description, you know, in the Christmas Invasion, the 10th Doctor says, you know, to Harriet Jones, I could end your career with a single word. It's like, oh, you know,
Yeah.
right, not a single word, just 6. and it was, don't you think she looks tired? And now we're in 2025. We're 20 years later, you know, and we have this big, giant £2.5 billion theme park with Paramount, with BBC, with ITV all having involvement at different times, and it was all ended with 4 words.
Yep.
They found a spider. They found a spider. That was enough to kill billions of pounds worth of ideas. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is absolutely crazy. So if there was proper project management and it wasn't a site of scientific interest, I can imagine that something might have happened with a Doctor Who theme park. But now more than ever with the Disney deal, surely something can happen, right? Right?
Is this a door we're going to open, Crispy?
Maybe. I think there were talks of doing some kind of Disneyland or Universal thing in the UK, but at the moment it seems that the best we're going to get for Doctor Who at Disneyland is a pop-up TARDIS for when the season premieres. And you know what? We'll take that. But Troy, but that's the end of the story. Did you enjoy it? I had fun researching that.
It's quite interesting, yeah. Very well put together. You said you wrote a script for that, did you not, sir?
Yeah, I did. I found like a bunch of articles throughout the years being like, oh, this has been delayed. Oh, BBC's pulled out.
Can you do me a favour? Can you open up the soundboard? There's something you want to find specifically.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, I can do that. What do you?
Can we
look
for anything that resembles clapping?
Yeah, for sure. Here we go.
He wasted all his time on a script. Well, it was going to be clapping for doing the script, but I mean, if you're going to pick laughing, I've got to roll with it. Come on, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
I appreciate
well done.
that.
That's very cool. That's very cool. Thank you very much for your research efforts. There we go. Excellent, sir. Excellent. Fantastic effort. Very proud.
I've been researching like a bunch of cancelled Doctor Who projects, so I would love to, do these episodes where I kind of write a bit of a script and tell you a story on this cancelled Doctor Who thing.
I like it.
Yeah. Let's put our imagination caps on for a second and imagine a world where we have more than £2.5 billion and we can put together a theme park with proper planning. And then we have these beautiful people pitching their ideas to us. Does that sound beautiful, Troy?
It does. And you know what they say? Proper planning prevents poor performance.
And with a podcast with a proper plan.
Oh. Proper planning prevents poor performance from the podcast with a plan.
Please
proper
stop.
podcast planning prevents poor podcast performance.
Wow.
Do I even need to say anything else? I feel like we've peaked.
I have lost the ability to talk right now. Let's hear from an angry Auton. Here we go.
What?
Angry Auton. Okay. Now I'm not sure if this legally classes as a theme park ride. Okay. Logistically, but hear me out. I'm envisioning, we've got the 6th Doctor, Colin Baker, yeah, and I'm thinking a kind of escape roomy assault course, yeah, Pertwee Gillian Brown style. We got to escape that room before the 6th Doctor totally physically assaults us. Yeah, let me know what you think. Bye, guys.
There were two things I loved about that call, Crispy. 2 things in particular. What I think was your fault. Well, not your fault, but because the sound, I think it started about 5 seconds in. So instead of him presumably being like, "Hi guys, I'm Angry Auton," it just opened with Angry Auton. My idea is, just imagine if every caller opened with the actual name. Like every time I speak, I go,
so
Troy
funny.
Red Archer. I think this about Doctor Who. But I also love that he just left pauses in, assumedly for us to like start interacting with this call. He's like, thinking the 6th Doctor, yeah?
Okay.
And then what we're gonna do? That was great, and we need to interact more with the callers. I like that. Then we can do
so
like a blink
funny.
and feel like we're interacting with David Tennant on the TV with his 17 DVDs. Interesting idea. Don't know if I like the idea of a doctor assaulting us, but I would say your heart's in the right place.
Yeah, definitely. Here we go. Let's listen to Hello, Dr. Master. Welcome back.
Everything to do with like the intro, like you go inside like a compartment, a cage, or like a roller coaster thing that looks like the TARDIS exterior, and it like spins you around and stuff, and it's like the time vortex, and it's just like, and it blasts the Doctor Who theme, so it's really like a sensory overload. Or also something inspired by the game Slovene Surfer, because silly goofy aha.
Slovene Surfer? What is that?
You don't know about Slovene Surfer?
I'm not. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I feel like I, of all people, should know what Slovene Surfer is.
You would love it. You'd eat this up.
What is this?
Slitheen
What?
Surfer.
It's just a random PNG of a Slitheen on a bit of ground, and what, you're just dodging rocks?
Yeah. It's
There's a
Slitheen
video.
Surfer.
The first result is a video from Oricario Who that says literally just 10 minutes of Slitheen Surfer.
Hey, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Honestly, yeah, what more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? So, hang on. We're talking a TARDIS that you just step in and what, it just spins violently on a platform and plays a Doctor Who theme tune?
I kind of imagine that you're... Like, the carriage kind of looks like the TARDIS, like, on its side. I imagine it's like a roller coaster. I think that could be really cool. Imagine, like, a full-length Murray Gold Doctor Who theme. How long's that? Like, a minute or two?
Depends on the version of it, but possibly.
If we go for the long version...
If you go for the proms or the 60th anniversary concert, that was like 2 minutes, I think, at that point.
Yeah. I think you could do, like, a really, really cool... roller coaster with that, with just the time vortex, and maybe like have a few quotes from the show, but just make it make it basically Space Mountain, but with a better soundtrack. I think that's
Space
the way
Mountain?
to do it. You don't know about Space Mountain? Disneyland's famous
for context
ride.
here, you have to understand, I am not a big theme park enjoyer. Not because I don't like theme parks. I love theme parks in concept, but the biggest thing about theme parks are roller coasters, and I am the most terrified roller coaster person you could ever imagine. In our high school, every year they used to take us to a particular theme park. The younger kids would go to one, the one in the UK that used to be called Camelot. It got shut down pretty much not long after one of the times we went. And I remember making my mum take me a year after, and I think just before it shut down, we went to one roller coaster that had 3 cars on the track, and 2 of them were full of barrels in the seats. So probably should have known that ride was not going very well, and they were testing it or something. Bit daunting. But yeah, I just wouldn't tend to go on many roller coaster rides. There was one, I went to Blackpool Pleasure Beach, like an iconic one in the UK. And there's like really big rides, like a Pepsi Max one or something. I don't know if it's still sponsored by them. But I didn't go on any of them. I went on a nice, relaxing Nickelodeon one. That was the most I could muster up the strength to do. And also Wallace and Gromit ride that was just like a tour in a car with like Wallace and Gromit stuff that was quite cool. You could do a Doctor Who one for that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I am the exact opposite. I love roller coasters. I love theme parks. Like, I can't get enough of it. I like adore it, which is why I was like, we have to talk about this cancelled Doctor Who theme park. But yeah, I mean, but I enjoy like all kinds of rides. Like, I love a good dark ride, is what they call them, where it's like kind of an immersion thing, and they like tell a story throughout, or maybe it's spooky.
That's what they're called, right? Okay.
Or maybe it's just like fun. All right. Speaking of spooky, hello, Sam.
My pitch for a Doctor Who theme park ride would be a funhouse/haunted house based around a malfunctioning TARDIS. Maybe one that had been invaded, a la The Invasion of Time. Whatever alien monster of the week is chasing you through the TARDIS, and there's all these rotating hallways and moving floors and clocks that spin backwards and slides you can go down and whatnot. I think that'd be a good time.
It's perfect.
Sounds almost like Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS. Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS.
Yeah, I mean, just do a whole thing around that. Can you imagine, like, it'd be so cool for everyone to just kind of, like, have the whole experience of walking into, like, a TARDIS interior. Oh, my goodness. And then you go through the hallways and it gets all weird and wacky, and there's, like, people that are going to chase you. And I love that. I mean, there's a place on the Gold Coast here in Australia called Infinity. Have you ever heard of this? Infinity?
I don't think so.
It's basically, it's like kind of like the sensory maze, I think is what it's called. And they have all of these like lasers and things you got to walk through. And there's like a massive like ball pit and like a room of mirrors that make it feel like you're floating. So I think you could, like, with the expansiveness of the TARDIS, you could have a room for everything, which I think could be a lot of fun. I love that idea. Congratulations. Here's $1 billion. Go make it.
Can you give me $1 billion as well? I'd love that.
Maybe later. Let's hear from Atticus. Hello, Atticus. How are you?
Hear me out, lads.
Okay.
If you want me to pitch you a proper Doctor Who ride, we've got to make you cry if it's New Who related. How about a Tunnel of Love? But it's just all the companions and their horrific fates and outcomes. You could, like, say, have a Tunnel of Love, but it's just how being with the Doctor ruins your life. Anyway, have a good podcast.
Thanks, Atticus.
Did you not have a good Valentine's Day, mate? Like, is everything all right? Imagine you get on the ride and they go, "Welcome to the Doctor Who Tunnel of Love." You go straight through a dark room and you just hear, and and you go, this is not what I paid for. No, this is emotional trauma. No.
That's so funny. It's like a hologram of David Tennant being like, Rose Tyler, right? And then he vanishes in front of your eyes.
And then you get to the next section, and you just suddenly start hearing like I don't know, someone else's exit, maybe Donna Noble's or something. I don't know. Or you go through, you just hear binary.
It's supposed, like, a Tunnel of Love ride is, like, supposed to be a really relaxing kind of, like, I mean, it's usually on, like, water, and you're just kind of carousing through. It's supposed to be a ride where, if you're with a lady, you can get a little smooch in the tunnel. But I love the idea
is that what they do in there, Crispy?
Well, not legally. I watched a whole documentary about like this very famous Tunnel of Love in America, and they like had to put signs up being like, please, for God's sake, stop what you're doing. Please, for goodness sake.
Say any more and I'm gonna have to bleep you, fella.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I love the idea of this like supposedly romantic ride, and then it's Bill Potts just being like, I waited for you.
It's a Tunnel of Love, and the further you go through, the letters on Tunnel fall off and get replaced by Trauma of Love.
Yeah, Trauma of Love.
Same number of letters, it works, mate. Listen, I get me on the planning department. I won't be scared of any spider. I would be scared of spiders. Why am I saying that?
Oh, that is so much fun. All right, let's have one more from our callers. This is from Matthias. Hello, Matthias.
Okay.
Hello, Crispy. Hello, Troy. My pitch for Doctor Who park ride. Well, I think this is pretty much obvious. Just make a TARDIS theme ride, honestly. Or my second choice would be a park ride where you could be in some sort of Dalek spaceship. Yeah, that's what I think. Anyways, thank you for listening, and see you later.
Bye.
Brought an outro to his own call. I respect it.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe to my call on SpeakPipe. What do you think, Crispy?
What do I think? I think that there's just a world of potential with the Doctor Who IP. There's just not enough interest and or money to do something truly incredible. I think the closest we can... Did you ever do the... what was it called? The like interactive theater thing? Was it Worlds Apart? What was it called?
Time Fracture.
Time Fracture. Did you ever do that?
It was fantastic. It was genuinely amazing, and I'm really sad I never did it more than once, because the whole thing of it was you could pick different paths you were going along and go to different places.
Exactly.
And it encouraged repeat visits.
I think, like, you know, maybe they don't have the money to make a full-on Doctor Who roller coaster or necessarily, like, you know, an intense, Dalek dark ride. But I think, imagine how cool it would be if they just reserved a studio for this, like, Doctor Who experience being like, oh, hey, this is kind of like what happens in the show. It's got all kind of, you meet all kind of historical characters.
Yeah.
You go through all of time and space, and it's a lot of fun. And people will be like, oh, this is actually kind of sick. So I can imagine something like that working, but I think that's shut down now, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, because wasn't it someone who he had on as a guest who confirmed that actually lost them a loads of money?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that it just didn't generate any profit for them.
That.
I mean, you could tell they put a lot of money into it, and I'd seen plenty of people going, and like loads of posts on social media for different people going, and I'd have figured that it had done quite well, but seemingly either they put so much in that they physically couldn't make enough back even if it was popular,
the operational costs.
The amount of people that I saw going was not an accurate representation of the overall day-to-day flux of people. I don't know. I have no idea. But I really wish I'd gone more once. They even gave you a loyalty card. If you get stamped 6 times, you went the 7th for free, I think it was, or there was some kind of prize for going 6 times. I remember saying to my mum, I was like, we're not going to go down to London for this 6 times, but we both did have the intention of going at least once more, and we just never did, because it started having problems, then it started having flooding, I think, around the time that it closed, and then once it just... They eventually just kind of gave it the ghost and went, it's flooded, we're closing soon, we're just going to close early and hopefully go somewhere else, and they never did.
Oh, shame. I think there is a future where we have some, like, the Doctor Who experience is closed, Doctor Who Time Fracture is closed, but I could see something happening, right? Surely Russell has put the call out to somewhere, being like,
don't forget
please.
The prop store auction that's happening. That's somehow, despite being something raising money for charity, has still managed to annoy Doctor Who fans, because I feel like there's always a problem with something.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, I don't even know all the complaints. I've just seen people moaning about it and being like, oh, you know, if you win this, you should donate it back to the BBC or something. It's like, no, they're giving this stuff away. It's quite clear they're not going to do another Doctor experience, or at the very least, not with the items they're selling. So
Yeah.
it's quite clear that they're just like, let's give them to some fans who want them, well, some rich fans, and the money can go to charity. And honestly, I say fair play. I think it's a shame that the average fan can't get access to some of this stuff. But at the end of the day, if like actual charity gets a lot of money out of it, then I don't really see how we can make a complaint out of it.
I don't see a problem with it. It's
screen use, costumes,
fine.
and everything. It's crazy. There's so many things in there. Or life size. There's a TARDIS from Adventure in Space and Time.
On the live, we
that's
should
on
go
there.
through it. Let's go through it on the live. That'd be good.
Oh, you want to do that? You want to go through the Doctor Who auction on the live stream?
That's good.
I like that.
And then
well,
the
that's a
title
perfect segue into next week on Who's There, because I was going to say I didn't know what we were doing, but you know what? I like
think that's
that,
fun.
Crispy.
I think that's fun.
So,
let's spend some money.
By the time this episode is out, folks, there should hopefully be a new call out for our episode after the live one, where we are bringing back an old favourite, Crispy. You know what it is.
Oh, what is it?
You're going to have to order some chicken.
Oh, no. Oh, spicy chicken?
Some spicy chicken, because it's time for...
Hot takes number 5, baby.
Hot takes... Is it 5? My goodness. Well,
I think
love
it's
this
number
feature.
5.
Who cares? Who cares? It's fantastic. So if you haven't seen the post, then just assume that we are taking them in now, because, well, we are. So send in your hot takes to speakpipe.com/who's there DW, or who's there? Who's there GW? Who's there? I always get confused about the speak.
Find the link. Find the link, send it through. Send through the hottest Doctor Who takes you can. Tell me some things that will make me go, oh my gosh, I don't believe that, and then I will eat some spicy chicken at 7 a.m. in the morning.
And I won't be doing that. I'll just be laughing at Crispy. It's Who's There, not Who's There DW. There you go. Capital W,
Beautiful.
capital T. So yeah, call in. But, ladies and gentlemen, we will next see you if you tune in for our live episodes over on the YouTube channel, Who's There, Doctor Who Podcast. If you search Who's There, I think we're the top result now. Kind of crazy. Just
thank
for
you.
that particular phrase. But you will be able to tune in with us this coming Sunday. The working time at the moment is 11 a.m. UK time. That is 9 p.m. AEST. Is that where you're currently at?
Crushed it. You're amazing. I love you.
Look at that. Oh, yeah, because your times are never changed. It's always AEST. I'm silly.
Always.
So, 11 a.m. GMT UK time on Sunday. It is possibly slightly subject to change, but that should be the time we go for. We'll go through the prop store auctions, and you can all tell us your favourite items in the live chat, and we'll have a look through. Maybe play some price guessing games, get Crispy to guess what prices certain items are or something.
You know? This is good.
Yeah. We can have some fun. And of course, it'll be our first of the year monthly feature where patrons are the only people who can call in for the episodes. If you do want to call in and have a special topic or special call in on anything you like in the Doctor Who world or Who's There world with no time limit, within reason, then head to the Patreon at patreon.com/Who's There DW, and you can sign up at the maximum tier, genuine article, and you can have a free call in. You'll have to connect yourself to Discord. There's a special Discord channel. Get in touch with me through that, and I'll get you sorted. If you have any troubles, drop us a message on Patreon, and I'll get it sorted for you. Crispy?
Beautiful.
Are we good to just move on? Let you go out to work and have another busy day in Brizzy, Aussie?
Yes, very busy day for Mr. Crisp. Lots
Busy
to
and
do.
Brizzy.
But I'm glad I got to start the day talking about not only Doctor Who, not only theme parks, but to one of my favourite pals in all of time and space, Troy Red Archer Live. Put your balls away, Troy.
Oh, now, come on. We've been subtle about it until now. There's no need. Audio listeners are going to be horrified, dude. Besides,
Put your
it's one
sonic
ball.
balls away. Thank you.
I don't like you calling them my sonic balls, sir. I don't like that. That is sus. And I've just lost one. I've just dropped the ball.
Oh, he's dropped the ball,
I dropped the ball, mate. I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball.
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you all this Sunday for the live episode, but if you don't tune in on Sunday, don't worry. As per usual, it will go out on audio platforms on Tuesday, just before 6 a.m. UK time. So you can listen on audio at the usual time if you want, but if not, come watch us live. Come say hi.
Please.
Have a good time. I might play Hoodle on the live stream afterwards. It seems to always happen because people badger me into it, so that could be fun.
Fun.
Happens a lot. I go like, oh, Crispy's gone, I'm going to go now, and everyone goes, Hoodle. I'm like, really? Okay, fine.
Good. You're a good man.
Well, as long as I don't go to war.
There it is. But for goodness sake, and then you'll find out that River Song was your companion's daughter. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
See you
get
all
out
on
of here.
Sunday for another live episode of Who's There Doctor Who podcast. Until then, it's goodbye from Crispy.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for listening about roller coasters today. It meant a lot to me.
It's been a roller coaster, and goodbye from me. See you all next week. Alon Z, a baby.
Alonzi, bye-bye.